One, two. Here you go. Yeah, JJ. Come on, guys. Let me switch there to make sure and test my audio here. Let's see.
Master LC on the beat. I need you to Kolo. To all about to Kolo. Don't run away to Kolo. A better way to Kolo. The way you can do me, the way you can do me, the way you can do me, the way you can do me. Oh wow, oh wow, wow, oh wow. You get your star, I get my star. Oh wow, don't envy me for my star.
Alright guys, let's see here. I want to make sure first my audio is good from the beginning before I get the show going here. Let's see. I want to get the volume. Let's see here. I want to make sure first my audio is good from the beginning before I get the show going here. All right, good. It looks like my sound is wonderful. All right, let's do this.
Zaza Purino Agiti Zaza Ye Zaza Sebabo Agi Zaza Nuye Zaza Purino
Oh, it's in the speaker, it's volume is there. Hold on a second.
Master LC on the beat. I need you to Kolo. To all about to Kolo. Don't run away to Kolo. A better way to Kolo. The way you can do me, the way you can do me, the way you can do me, the way you can do me. Oh wow, oh wow, wow, oh wow. You get your star, I get my star. Oh wow, don't envy me for my star. Oh wow. Running mortgage from my shop, wow. I get oh, wow. What the hell, now what the hell, what the hell, now what the hell, oh wow, oh wow, wow, oh wow. You get your star, I get my star, oh wow. Don't envy me for my star, oh wow. Running mortgage from my shop, oh wow. I get oh, wow. What the hell, then was anymore. As anymore, I will get there. 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 The way you can do me, the for my son. Oh wow, I get oh wow. I'm leaving you to Kolo, to all about to Kolo. No running away to Kolo, man. A better to Kolo. The way you can do me, the way you can do me, the way you can do me, the way you can do me. Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. You get your star, I get my star. Oh wow, don't envy me for my star. Oh wow, running more against my shine. Oh wow. Oh wow, what you had to you? Now what you had to you? What you had to you? Now what you had to you? Wow, 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 wow. You get your star, I get my star. Wow, don't envy me for my star. Wow.
It's spelling boy, yeah, rock fully, papi. One fully, papi. I say shake fully, papi. Rock fully, papi. Baby, eat on my money and jump in my reserve. Make up on flick like Bugatti, you deserve. Scatter les boss for les beyond repair. Let up on tout mal, mais my heart a chicleo. Suck it to me, sucker. Man, don't be acting like bluffer. You say you know, say I that fan girl, about and freak call you. But how you really? Weekend. Be me like me, getting freaky. Man, we feeling your pieces. Every day they do them freaky. Rock for big papa, hey, hey. Wine for big papa, nana. Shaku, shaku for big papa, yeah, yeah, yeah. Shake for big papa. That for big papa, guara guara for big papa, yeah, yeah, yeah. Get ya peo, baby you for play, see the way you slay, la leka na tuma can kill. Ja bene bene, bembe, bembe, bembe. Ja bene bene, bembe, bembe, bembe. Don't worry about the money, we had all the money, La minga le money, oh. La le money can make you sunny, oh. Shake, break, break, shake. Man, we feeling the head rocket. Shake it. Man, my lady great, oh. Rock for big papa, hey, hey. Wine for big papa, nana. Shaku, shaku for big papa, yeah, yeah, yeah. Shake for big papa. That for big papa. Guara, guara for big papa, yeah, yeah, yeah. Make it clap. You got me singing like hallelujah. Ma, don't stop. I want amen, amen, your hallelujah. Sha, sha, shaku. I won't be your fool. I let man go lolo, go lolo. Ma, you just do man do. She want me be spending on it, oh. Get her on it, oh. One up on it, oh. She know I got it, toto. Shake, break. Man, we feeling your head. Rock it, oh, shake it, oh. Man, my life be great, oh. Rock for big papa, hey, hey. Wine for big papa, nana. Shaku, shaku for big papa, yeah, yeah, yeah. Shake for big papa. That for big papa. Guara, guara for big papa, yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't get to me. Man, don't be acting like. You say you know, say I. One girl, the bottom.
Oh my God, just like this rap.
Rock for big papa, wine for big papa, nana. Shaku shaku for big papa, yeah, yeah, yeah. papa. That for big papa. Guara for big papa. Yeah. See, I see.
Daddy made it.
Baby, sexy and back, tuck it. Look at her front, tuck it. Look at her back, tuck it. Look at her side, papa. When you see Buju, know that. Did you see Buju and holla? Did you see Buju and run away? Run. Baby, making some US. Whoa. That girl carrying some US. Whoa. When no sexy, come with now. Sexy mama, yeah, yo. Laga, leave it so. Look at you, look at you, na. Oh, back on the shades on the play on the downstairs. On yeah, you okay with colors, and I will care with colors, yes. You are respect, capital A, capital B. You are respect, my you in the money child. You carry 10, ten. You are respect, 10, 10. Now who can pop on now, baby? Let it try it now, baby. Now who won't compete now, baby? Let it try it now, baby. Look at her back. Look at her front, look at her waist, look at her hips, baby, from out of my someday she let her be in someday she let her be in someday she let her be in red, white and blue, international beauty, international body, international baby, international business. They get too expensive, I'm more too attractive, I'm more too productive. You are respect, capital A, capital B. You are respect, why you in the money child? You are respect, you carry 10 over 10. You are respect, 10 over 10. Now who can pop on now, baby? Let it try it now, baby. Now who won't challenge now, baby? Let it try it now, baby. Look at her back, look at her front, look at her waist, look at her hips, baby, from out of my man, you are beautiful, show your beautiful, you are beautiful, baby, you tell it, show your beautiful, man, you are beautiful, She get that. Freddy Barron. You're a big ass thing. Too much.
J&B Records.
All right. Sexy girl in a sexy dress. I know I got some sexy girls that are watching me right now in sexy dresses. All right. This is how I'm going to start the show today. Now we are a Babua Trufao. Now Fuede. All right. I can speak all the languages in Liberia. All right, guys. Let's see here. All right, so we have a little technical spinning on my end from my end here. I think it's okay now. I want to make sure the video is set. Am I still frozen on your side, guys? Looking at my gadget here, it's kind of a little frozen. All right, I think it should be. All right, good, good, good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Voice of Sino in the diaspora with Doc. Welcome to the show, guys. Ladies and gentlemen that are following the show right now, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. I'm happy to be here again with you so that we can discuss Liberia, Sino County, Africa, and everything else that I have on the agenda today. All right, so as you get on, please, I'd like you to hit that share button for me. Just that's all you have to do. And later on, if you want to come on, that's something I can also do for you. I can bring you on if you want to participate or any of the topics that I will be talking about today. You can also have the opportunity to chime in. But I see my man Osiris Gawa. How you doing, buddy? Welcome aboard. Jackson Willow Williams, how are you? And I'm seeing other people. I'm seeing X number of people here, but I'm not seeing your names. And also, I can, unfortunately, I can recognize you. But if you're here following me, welcome aboard. I'm glad again to have all of you. Now, let's get into the show here quickly. The first thing that you are seeing is the happy birthday. That's the custom of the show. Now, I want to start with greetings and to do shout out to people that celebrated their birthdays and stuff like that. And so I would do happy birthday greetings and happy also wedding anniversary. At least I saw one person that celebrated his a couple that celebrated their wedding anniversary actually. So welcome aboard. Let's do that. Let's get into it, and so that we can get the show on our way. Let's start with the wedding anniversary first. Just one. All right. So this is Mr. William Manning and his wife. They celebrated a wedding anniversary. I saw the post from him on Facebook, and so I like to begin the show by doing to say happy wedding anniversary to Mr. William Manning and his beautiful wife. Mr. Manning, for those that do not know, but now Mr. Manning is the incoming national vice president of the Support Association in the Americas. He is on the ticket of President Francis Myers, the president of the Delaware Valley chapter. And so Mr. William Manning was here during the inauguration, the second inaugural program of President Francis Myers. He was here, and that was made public to the global community. And so that is not in hidden. So Mr. Vice President in waiting, again, we want to use the platform to say happy wedding anniversary to you and your gorgeous wife. We wish you many more years. All right, let's get to next year. Let's go to the birthday greetings now. Welcome aboard if you're joining me. If you're just joining us, let me see here. That's the wedding over there. This one don't have a single picture, but I'll just put the group image here. This is the exoteric family. The little man here, maybe, yeah, that's the family there, the first lady of Voice of Sino. And so that's the whole family over there. They are in downtown for the weekend. The little man there, you can see the guy with the blue and I think blue and black shirt. They call him Rock. Rock is celebrating his birthday, and so they are out there celebrating with him. So let me see, maybe you can get a better view of the celebrant. Okay, that's Rock. That we call him Timothy, but it's other name, aka Rock. So Rock is celebrating his birthday, and so we like to use the opportunity to say happy birthday to little man Timothy. We wish you many more years. That's the gorgeous first lady of voice, the sound over there. So don't send me inbox and be asking me questions. Just kidding. And let me show you Timothy's mother here. That's the mother of Timothy right there. You see? Yeah, that's the mother of Timothy over there, Dorothy. So they are celebrating this weekend. Timothy is celebrating his birthday, so we'd like to say happy birthday to little man. And if you need Timothy's mother's number, let me know. I'm just kidding. All right, I'm kidding. The lady is married, so don't call me and say, "Oh man, that Jew is sure, yeah, sure." What I'm saying, she gorgeous. You see the Liberian, they hardly new music. They say Tuma breathing. What I'm saying, you see the Tuma they over there. But unfortunately, Tumas are occupied. All right, just a little dose of humor over there. But Timothy, we want to say happy birthday to you, little man, and we wish you many more. Okay, let's get to the next person that I want to do a shout out to here. The next person is Ophelia Namonyono Tuba. Ophelia is celebrating her birth anniversary today. So Ophelia Tuba, for those of you that don't know who she is, Ophelia is, I think, she part of the group called the Money Making Machine of the United Sapphire Association in Americas. In North Dakota, in an effort to put some money in our cupboards, she participated in the queen contest in North Dakota to be the queen of the organization or the local chapter over there. She won against Queen Diana Carla Williams. And also they went to a financial competition as well as beauty. And they generated a lot of fun, although Diana won the competition. But that's a great lady here. We want to use the opportunity. These are people that are actually working to make sure that we generate funds so that we can do something for our people in Liberia. So, Ophelia, enjoy your birth anniversary. I like to say on behalf of Voice of Sinoe and the president of the chapter here, we want to say happy birthday to you. All right, let me get to the next person. The next person here is my brother, my cousin, if you like. He's in Liberia. His name is, we jokingly we can call him Power David. That's Power David right here. Power David. We grew up. We were all in Ghana together. They call him Joshua Bole. Joshua is celebrating his birthday. I think today, yes. Joshua is celebrating his birthday today. So Joshua from Dark Side put the esoteric. When we're on cam, you guys used to call me Zico. Zico, man, I'm glad, you hit another birth milestone. So Joshua, enjoy your big day and happy birthday to you. All right, let me see who I have here. Joshua is in Monrovia, Liberia. All right, Joshua, enjoy your big day. Who else I have here? Let me see. I got another person here. The next person here is our mother. Her name is Mother Sarah Panto. Mother Panto is also celebrating her birthday today. And so, Mother Panto, we want to use the opportunity as well on behalf of the office of the president of the local chapter here, President Francis Clark Myers, and of course the office of Voice of Sinoe. We'd like to also say happy birthday to you, Mother, and we wish you many more years. All right, let me see here. I think I got one more person here to do a shout out to. Also on the show that I want to do a shout out to, I want to test my volume here. Let me make sure here, guys. And of course, the office of. Okay, my sound is good. All right, the next person here is my little cousin as well. She lives Fargo, North Dakota. Her name is Kate Jabba, but I think she got married, so her name has changed to Kate. I think it's Tape. Yeah, so Kate, we want to say happy birthday to you as well. Enjoy your big day or belated birthday. Wish you all the best as well. That's Kate right there. All right, so those are the shout outs I have, I think, just to make sure. Yeah, let me go through my images here quickly. All right, guys, so As you get on, please share. Just hit the share link for me, and I will highly appreciate that. Do that for me. Okay, these are the birthday people that I have. These are the people that I want to do shout out to. All right, Kit. Once again, enjoy your big day, and we wish you all the best. All right. Now that the birthday people are out of the way, let's get to our main things for discussion today. All right. So the first one here that I want to talk about, the president of the Support Association, the local chapter in North Dakota, we call the Red River Valley chapter, President Othello Kolo. So I call Mr. Othello N. Kolo seeks the presidency of the Liberian community in North Dakota. All right, so Othello is vying for that chapter leadership. All right, so let me to give you an evidence of what I'm talking about here before I go deep into that. I think I got an image here for Othello's team. All right, so this is the team of Othello right here. Othello Kolo again is the local president of the United Support Association in Americas and in North Dakota. And recently we got a telecommunication from his office expressing his desire to contest in that chapter. When I say chapter, I mean the Liberian community in North Dakota. They have the Liberian organization there. And so Othello Kolo is vying for the leadership. And from the local things, from the little survey we have done so far, it seems to be that the people actually they are gravitating towards Othello because they look at his leadership, the way he brought the members of the Support Association together in North Dakota based on the good work, the magnificent work he did. So the people they are thinking about there are other teams or people guys in the race as well that are trying to compete with Mr. Kolo. But Mr. Kolo is a likely preferred candidate from the survey we have done so far. And also, that's the banner over there. I want to show you something here. There is something very important on this banner that I want to disclose. Let me take my bullet point down there, quick, blocking something. All right, so here's something that I want to point out on this banner that I think I really like about Othello's team. If you look at the flyer, Othello practically he has just two males, and the rest are females. So it tells you that Mr. Othello Kolo is quite gender sensitive. He is in favor of females empowerment, and that's what I see on this flyer. You know, I mean, I haven't seen the other guys, their flyers and stuff, but it's very unlikely to see, especially in African community. A lot of times, men they dominate everything. But Othello is saying, you know what, we have to change the paradigm. We have to empower our ladies to bring them on board because they too they are very intelligent people. You know, so we cannot consign them to the back burner. And so Othello has his team here. And let me look at the flyer from my phone here for you. Would be better from my screen. Is a little smaller. So, but I just wanted to highlight. I see you can see it vividly clear from your end here, or from your end there. But Othello is his team is quite impressive. It's impressive. And so let me get to my flyer quickly, please. Give me a second. So that I can share something very important with you on this flyer. Doc, sorry, put that. It's coming out here quickly. I'm seeing it from my end. All right, so Othello here has on the flyer Othello has for you. So if you look at the title there, it says Othello N. Kolo for president. And then Liberian community in North Dakota is called ULAN. That's the acronym of the organization. That's how ULAN. So he wants to be the leader of ULAN. Vote for Othello. The date of the election is not indicated yet, but he is creating awareness so that the community, the Liberians, people of Liberians in North Dakota will look in his direction. All right, so Othello here, I want to look at the team. For some reason, the vice presidential candidate, I'm not seeing her name. Her name is not indicated on the flyer here. I think that is important. Her name has to be indicated. But if you look at the team, he has Augustine Zulu. Zulu is the secretary for his team, Augustine Zulu. And followed by Augustine, he has Lillian Boyama. All right, Lillian Boyama is the financial secretary for Team Othello. Othello also have Mabel Y. Smith, who will be the treasurer for his team, or who is his treasurer for his team. And then also he has Amy Hammer. Hammer is the chaplain for Othello's team. All right, so Othello on the flyer also they have here for you. What they have a bullet points here. Things I think this is just an awareness flyer, so they have not put flex the agenda better. But basically, right now, Othello is telling you they are talking about fresh start. All right, for the organization in North Dakota, the Liberian community. Othello is saying fresh start, a new voice, a new vision. Okay, and this seems it seems to be a new voice, a new vision. Given the makeup of Othello's team, the team is dominated by females, so that tells you the man is bringing new voices and new people to the team, to the community there in North Dakota, so that they can work with ULA, because all the Liberian organizations, they are part of ULA, the Union Liberian Association in the Americas, so Othello has a beautiful team there. And so they're talking about a fresh start and new voice and new vision. Okay, so the vision would be put in context later for us. All right, so that when that vision is put in better words, is put in context for us, we're going to bring that out to you. Othello also has on that platform the choice for better change. All right, he is bringing better change, and the flyer tells that to us, giving us a better, good signal already. The signal on that flyer is when you say better change, Othello is telling you the way the organization has been led, which is dominated by males, it's not fair, So we have to bring better change by bringing better, good females on board. So he has ladies, predominantly ladies on board. He also talked about breaking barriers, building a future. Okay, so they want to build a new future for that, for the chapter over there, and breaking barriers. It seems to be there are some barriers over there, which I think part of it is the not. When it comes to the leadership structure, the females, they are not dominant, So Othello is saying we have to break this barrier. That's part. There could be many barriers over there, but Othello is saying we have to start tackling that first. All right, and that's why Othello has on his flyer. Another thing he has there for you is he said most experienced and proven performance, and that is exactly true. Othello has been tested. Again, I told you he is the incumbent for the Sapo community, the local chapter in North Dakota. So he has been tested. The North Dakota chapter is the newest, and I'm talking about the Sapo Association now. It's the newest, and I can say maybe the smallest. But he hosted the recent convention. 2018 convention, and that convention was fantastic. So Othello, we raised well over 50,000 United States dollars. Also Othello has been tested. He knows when it comes to raising fund or fundraising, when it comes to working with people with different views, when it comes to reaching across the aisle, working with people who do not agree with you, Othello has been tested. And so Othello is now coming to be the local president. I know he's trying to move up. We all start from somewhere. So from the Sapo Association leadership, he's now going to the Liberian Association of Leadership in North Dakota. And so we want to wish our brother well. Also on his flyer here, he has credibility, integrity, and trustworthiness. Yes, the guy is trustworthy so far since his 3 years now, almost over, since he assumed power as president of the Support Association in North Dakota. 3 years, so there's no allegation of embezzlement or trying to tamper with the people funds. The people, I can remember when we went for the convention 2018, these young men, some people, when they are leaders, when they are in power, what they normally do is to sit down and cry. But the guys, like he himself is active. He's working with the people. He's all over the place. He's on his feet and calling people, or do you want something to be transported to the side? Is there something I can do? So Othello, if elected, he brings a lot to the table, to the Liberian community in North Dakota. And so Othello, we wish you well. We are here to lend our support. Anything that is in the interests of our people, we are in support of it. So nothing, the sky is the limit, people normally say, but right now the scientists, the sky, the moon, all the planets now, the guys are playing in Liberia called knock foot. The guys are playing knock foot now on the moon. So the sky is no longer the limit. You can go as far as you want to. Othello, wish you and your team well. All right, that's the first thing we wanted to talk to you about today on the show. Othello Kolo and his team, his desire to contest the Liberian Association in North Dakota leadership. All right, that is it for that one. All right, now let's go to Liberia. I want to go to Liberia for a little bit. We'll have not a long platform today or agenda. But Othello, after we have talked about Othello, right, we want to also go to Liberia. The recent waves of what appears to be ritualistic killings in Liberia ought to stop. All right. This is disturbing. We have been hearing lately. If I read an article this morning written by a young man at Mountain Colley. I read the article this morning, and he talked about a lot of stuff in that article. And besides that, a lot of people have been on Facebook lately and bringing attention to especially the Simose issue, the children, people that are missing currently in the country. Something got to be done about it. It is not yet not long. It's not, let's just say few days or a few weeks ago, not quite a month yet, we had the auditors, that were allegedly murdered. The images are local. They didn't die naturally. People killed them. That issue is still on the table. We haven't identified the murderers of those people. All right. So now and then that has been compounded with what appears to be ritualistic killings in the country. The president and his team, they got to step up to the plate. The first thing as a leader, you took an oath to defend life and properties, in any country. And so the onus, the obligation is upon, the task is on the shoulders of the president to do something about these latest killings in the country. Liberians don't deserve this. Nobody deserves it, as a matter of fact. But given our recent history, with respect to the war that went on in the country, where 250,000 people were murdered, we don't need. Not a single soul should depart from our country. Especially somebody doing it. If it happens naturally, that's a different thing. But for people to just disappear and it doesn't portray, it doesn't put the country right. And there's something has to be done about it. We are hoping that the leadership will do something to do investigation and to bring the the alleged, if there are any culprits, to bring those people to justice. I mean, and something I want to see here to the correlation, especially Africa is I mean Liberia, especially those undeveloped countries. I mean, a lot of things people believe in, all sort of superstitions. And so, like election times, people think they go to some of these voodoo priests and priestesses to win election, and sometimes these people will make demands, and people will act upon these things. It seems we can't erase that. I'm not saying that's what happened in the case of the people that are dead and stuff like that, or that are missing. But that is a factor that we cannot negate. People believe in this voodoo, and they say, "Oh, in order to win the election, you have to do X, Y, Z." So it could be a possibility. It could be a possibility. You have to make human sacrifice, so that you do certain, and that's not how you win election. I mean, in the West, the people they don't go to ritualists, they don't go to voodoo priests and priestesses. They talk, they have ideas. You have to run on ideas and not by what voodoo priest or whoever says something. You have an agenda, you have a track record, you sell your legacy, your record to the people, you sell your ideas to the people. And that's how it's supposed to be, especially in the 21st century. I mean, the ideas of ritualism and those things, they're antiquated and archaic or antediluvian concept. That's what people used to believe in before. But in the 21st century, in the age of iPhone and Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and Google, I mean, these things, you don't need these African activities, to win. And so we are calling on the leadership, the president, to activate the security to make sure that these people, whoever did Sinoe, if Sinoe is in charge, is the cause of the people. We gotta understand these people, they were in his control, in his care. So if that is the case, he has to be investigated rapidly. And those people, they have to account for those people. All right, what killed them? What happened to them? If they are not there, what happened to them? Stuff like that. All right, so that's something that I just wanted to talk about. It doesn't our country. I know some of these things that happen in other countries. It's not unique to Liberia, but we have to do something to protect. As a leader, your first obligation is to protect lives and property in your country, and the president has the responsibility to do that constitutionally. He has to protect the people. The auditors cannot die in no time, and then you have some people missing and that, and they are dead, stuff like that, purportedly. So something has to be done about those killings in the country. All right, that's something I wanted to talk about. If you're joining the show, the platform, welcome aboard. This is the Voice of Sinoe with Doc Asai Porter Esoteric. We are coming to you live from Prosper Park, Pennsylvania. Otavin, how you doing, buddy? Welcome aboard. All right, let's go to the next thing that I wanted to talk about. Here, I have one important stuff here too with Sinoe County that I want to talk about. But in the meantime, let's go to this issue on Africa. Africa is an interesting continent. After several years of political independence, some of the countries, not all, we are not still. We claim to be pro-democracy. We claim to be pro-democracy, or we tend to subscribe to democracy. But it's difficult when people are trying to exercise the democratic right, and then people will be shot at. So in Nigeria recently, I think it was on the 20th, so that's what I call it, October 20th, shooting and killings of peaceful protesters in Nigeria is unacceptable. I saw this video where those people were shot at. I mean, it's the people you are leading, if they have issues with your government, if there is something that they want to say, if they are not violent, even if they are violent, you don't use just live bullets, and start to shoot people and start to kill people and start to hurt people. That is not the job of a government. These people, they are not insurgents. They are not people that want to invade your country. This is their country, and they have issues. They have grievances. The right thing the Nigerian government, the authority could do is to just listen to these people. But to just, use live bullets on these people. The video I saw this, it was horrible. Sorry that I didn't actually, I just put it on my computer to show it to you. But it's horrible. Just recent stuff. Several people were wounded, some were killed. And I saw in the video where ambulance were coming to rescue some of those people, and the police actually stopped the ambulances from going through. How is it that you are shooting people, but then the medical team, they are coming to help the people out, but then the security stopped the ambulances from coming to going to where those people were crying. And as a result, the protesters themselves, those that have maybe little first aid training or somehow medical knowledge, they've had to take bullets from people, butts and stuff like that. I saw the video, it was horrible, So at what point would Nigeria or Africa grow, accept democracy? Let the people protest once they are not vandalizing property. Even if they are vandalizing property, you don't just stop this. You have the security. Nigeria is a superpower in Africa. So the guys who have different security techniques, how to disperse crowd and stuff like that. You don't just resort to live bullet. You can use dummy bullets or whatever they call it to disperse their tear gas, things like that you can use to disperse the crowd if they are doing something wrong. But once they are not doing anything illegal, why shoot at your own citizens? So Buhari and the people, the human rights activists around the world in Nigeria, they have to accept. I saw even this stuff, they're talking about petition to bring the leader of Buhari to the International Criminal Court, to account for killing innocent people. It's sad. Africa got to grow. In the USA, the George Floyd issue that came the other time, the people were all over in the streets. Even though the broke stuff, but you didn't see this police here, shooting at people. It is the people's right. It is not the right to break stuff. And that's why you have the security to make sure that they don't do so. But when the George Floyd, when the people were protesting here, people were looting and stuff. They didn't shout at people. They didn't kill people in the street. They have different techniques. Because I saw this video, especially in DC, when the people were protesting. They have helicopters and those chapters, they fly very low to deter the people because it has this heavy breeze. And that's a way to disperse the crowd and stuff, that they have different techniques. They didn't shoot at people. So Africa is hard. It's hard for our continent. We have a long way to go, very, very long way. These things, we want democracy, but when the people trying to exercise the democratic rights, then we start to use lethal force. It's just unfortunate. All right, so all the African leaders, they have to condemn. I don't think many president around the world will actually support this. The protesters, they were not violent. The violence came later when the people start shooting at them. Obviously, if you start shooting at people, they will start to break stuff and throw stones and stuff like that. All right, so that's the issue of Nigeria. Is sad. My heart goes out to those killed and those wounded in Nigeria and their families. We have our condolences to those families members. It's unfortunate that Africa is going through all of this. It's sad. I don't know how to express that. All right, now let's go to the next thing that I want to talk about here. All right, the next one here is I was looking at this article. Provisional results show Alpha Conde re-elected president of Guinea. All right. So Guinea, Alpha Conde is the incumbent. People have been complaining that I think he's running for the third term, which the people, African leaders sometimes they tend to stay in power for too long. So let me look at it. It's a very short article I was looking at this morning. Let me just share that with you. Let's see here. It's coming up. All right. So it says here, I was reading it this morning, so I just want to share a very short article. So provisional results show Alpha Condé re-elected president of Guinea. All right, that's why I got a title from Conakry. It was written today, the 24th. All right, so Guinea's incumbent president Alpha Condé has won the presidential election ended on last Sunday. Provisional results released Saturday by the Independent National Electoral Commission. All right, or showed. Condé, 82, just imagine he's 82 years, 82, the candidate of the ruling party is called, the acronym for that is RPG, Rally of the Guinean People. That's the party name, the ruling party, won the electoral ballot with 59.49% against 33.5% for the candidate of opposition party, UFDG, which is Union of Democratic Forces of Guinea. All right. It's called Sinoe Diallo. He's the opposition leader who came in second position, according to the provisional results publicly announced by the president of the CE. And so it says Electoral Council, okay, right there. And it goes on to say, according to the CENI, out of a total of 5,410,098 voters registered, the election commission collected 4,932,021 valid votes from 14,147 polling stations in Guinea and outside the country, with a participation rate of 78.88%. All right, so that was quite, it was impressive though. That was a good turnout. The provisional results of the presidential election published by the Election Commission will be confirmed by the Constitutional Court. All right, in accordance with the Guinean Constitution, the candidate who obtains the majority of the votes is declared the winner of the presidential election. Condé was elected president of Guinea in 2010. He won his second term in 2015. After this election, Condé will be Guinea's president for the third time. Okay, so he ran for the third time. That's what it's saying here. According to the latest constitution of Guinea, the presidential term lasts 6 years. Okay, so you're going to be there for the next 6 years. The president is directly elected by voters. Candidate with more than 50% of the votes in the first round win the election. Okay, so that's the article, the brief piece that I wanted to share with you. So Alpha Condé is now the president-elect of for the third time for Guinea. 82 years old man. He's a very old man, 82. But, people will criticize these things sometimes. Oh, you know why? I mean, African leaders, they don't want to relinquish power, and they're always there, they don't want to leave. But my thing is, I think it shouldn't be about direction. It shouldn't be about, even though I don't support the idea of changing the constitution because you want to stay in power forever. Whatever the Constitution says, that the president or those leaders should abide by that, okay? But what I've noticed that in Africa, I mean, I think if we have leaders who are doing well, so that's how we have to look at it from that perspective. We shouldn't look at the number of years. If the man stays in power for long, what is he doing for the people, or what did he do for the people? If from that perspective, we should look at it. We shouldn't look at it, we have to have leadership change all the time, because sometimes if you have a good leader and then you replace him with a bad leader, what it does is it doesn't affect that leader, that good leader that has left. It affects the people. So if you have a leader who is doing good, I think especially in the poor African countries, like Liberia, example, if we have a good leader who is doing good things for the country, if you want to change the constitution, say, I wouldn't bother,
Because once the leader is doing things to change the condition of the living condition of the people, to improve the lifestyles of the people, to educate the people, to provide better sanitation, all those facilities that we have in the West here, once that leader is doing those things and the people economic power is growing, why replace it with somebody who will bring that downwards? So the criticism when they say, "Oh, African people or leaders are greedy," okay. Some of the Western countries that look at the conceptual, PLO will call it the conceptual West, because all the countries that they call Western countries, they are not necessarily in the West. It's a concept, okay? So if you take, for example, the British monarch, for example, you don't hear a lot of talking and say, "Oh, why the Queen is in power for life." Is it okay for the Queen to be in power for life? It's not okay for Alpha Queen to be there. Why is it okay? Why Queen Elizabeth to stay in power forever? There is no criticism to that, But the people, somebody can make their argument and say, that's their system of government they accepted, But it's not fair. It's the same thing in Africa. So if the leader is doing great, and the people want him, he can change the constitution to keep improving the life of the people. Why, if Queen Elizabeth can stay there for life, why other leaders cannot stay in power forever? So some of the criticism, they are not fair. They are not fair to me. All right, give me a second here, guys. Let me illuminate the display a little bit more. All right, and so that's something that I want to talk about. Guinea now, the Alpha Condé was re-elected for the third time. I don't know his legacy for sure. If he did not perform better, if he did not do a good job, then of course it is not an idea for him to stay in power. But if he did a good job for the people for the 2 terms you were there, and then again the people giving us a third term, even though I think the Constitution was tampered with, but before you change the Constitution, you don't just the Alpha Condé. I'm quite sure. He didn't do it unilaterally. It goes to the court, and they have to go through all these things, So maybe they put it into a referendum, and the people voted for it, and that's how led to the changing of the Constitution to grant him third term and stuff like that. But we have to evaluate leaders based on what they are doing for the people, all right, and not how long they stay there. And that's my view. When you stay there for 20 years, and those 20 years, they can be seen, they can be reflected in the lives of the people, of course. I wouldn't mind you. I wouldn't bring somebody who is changing the lives of the people for somebody else's who hasn't done anything, or whose performance I have not seen. I know, so that's how I see it. So let me see. I see some comments coming here. Marisa, I agree with you in this one. Okay, glad that we are on the same page. Thanks for your contribution on that. Otava said it is very, very bad with the current situation in Liberia. People are killed. We are yet to understand why. Yeah, that's a major concern, Otava. That quite concerning for me. For innocent people to be just to disappear, been killed in the country. All right, so Bangura, how you doing? Welcome aboard. Marie, how you doing? Milton, welcome aboard. Otava, again, thanks for your participation. All right, so that's something that I want to talk about. That's Alpha Condé is there for third term in Guinea. All right, now let's get to something else I wanted to talk about here. And so this time I'm taking you to Liberia, to one of the original counties in Liberia, called Sinoe County. And so this one are called X-raying the political flyers of the candidates in Sinoe. All right. So we want to X-ray the candidates, the guys that we ask before for their platforms. And on it, Mr. Sampson Weir produced his platform. And so the rest of the guys, they have not produced a platform. But what they do is they have flyers that their supporters are putting all over the internet. And so those are the flyers I want to, that's why I say X-raying. We want to, when you do X-ray, when you go to the doctor or you go to the hospital, they put you in this machine to show if you have any abnormality or something wrong in your system. All right. So I'm about to do political diagnostic right now. I'm going to X-ray the flyers of those various candidates, at least the ones that I've seen so far. All right. The one that I've seen so far, I will X-ray them, and so you can see. Let me see what Ms. Pine say here. How can we call? How can we call on this platform? I can put out a number if you want. Yet I have a number for you. Also, if you want, I can also send you the link if you want to come live. That's something I can also do. And so, if you want to come live, let me know. I'll put out the number in a little bit so that if you want to come, so you can come on. So let me put out. That's a good question. I should have published that number earlier. So here's the number to call if you want to participate. All right. So at this point, like I told you already, I'll call this X-raying. We are X-raying the flyers of the guys that are contesting in Sinoe County. And at least by now, you should know some of the guys, if not all of them. All right. But if you don't know all of them, that's what the Voice of Sinoe is for. We want to provide the needed education. We want to show you their images so that you can know them. And so that you can not only know their faces, but also so you can have an idea of the people if you are not in Liberia, so that you can have an idea of the people that are running for office in your county, or if you like, in your country. All right, so not in particular order. Let me get to this my picture area here to show you some of the candidates. All right, so this one here, this man is called Abraham Dennis. Abraham, I think Sabah Dennis, they call him. All right, Abraham Dennis is one of the guys contesting over there. He's showing his certification from the Electoral Commission, or NEC, they call it NEC in Liberia. And also that's Mr. Abraham Dennis, Sabah Dennis is running in electoral district number 2, Sinoe County. All right. And so that's Abraham Dennis right there. Let me get to his his flyer, because we are X-raying the flyers, so I just wanted to show you that image so you can know for sure. So they are not giving you a platform, so they are giving you what I call flyers. And so let's look at their flyers here. I have his flyer here somewhere. It should be here, not too far. No. I should have it. I know I downloaded it on the computer. All right, so I can do that right now. Let me see. Just give me a second here. I'm downloading the picture right now. The flyer, so you can see Mr. Abraham Dennis right there. That's something that I want to show you on that flyer, and that's why it's important that I bring it up for you. This is it right here. No, I got it. That is not right. Okay, I know I downloaded this. Sorry, guys. Unfortunately, I don't have it on my computer. I downloaded it, but hey, let's get to the next person here. That's Abraham over there, a flyer. Unfortunately, I didn't put it here. That stuff was over here. But you know what? I think I had to give you a quick commercial here. I need to bring that flyer. There's something that I want to share with you. Let's go for a quick commercial break here, and I will put that flyer up. I don't want to leave it because this is very important. You have the right to know what the guys are selling to you. So let's go for a quick commercial break. I'll be right back.
Master LC on the beat. I'm leaving you to Kolo. To all about to Kolo. Don't run away to Kolo, man. I better well to Kolo. The way you can do me, the way you can do me, the way you can do me, the way you can do me. Oh wow, oh wow, wow, oh wow. You get your star, I get my star. Oh wow, don't envy me for my star. Oh wow, running mortgage for my shine. Oh wow, I get oh wow. envy me for my star. Oh wow. Running Morgan from my sham. Oh wow. I get oh wow. What do you see yo? Then was anymore. As anymore. I will get there. 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 The way you can do me, the way you can do me, the way you can do me, the way you can do me. Oh wow. Oh wow, wow, oh wow. You get your star, I get my star. Oh wow. Don't envy me for my star. Oh wow. Running Morgans from my sham. Oh wow. I get oh wow. But the you and I leave you to Kolo. To all about to Kolo. Don't run away to Kolo, man. A bit of a well, Kolo. The way you can do me, the way you can do me, the way you can do me, the way you can do me. Oh wow. Oh wow, wow, oh wow. You get your star, I get my star. Oh wow. Don't envy me for my star. Oh wow. Running Morgans from my sham. Oh wow. I get oh wow. What do you see yo? Now what do you see yo? What do you see yo? Now what do you see yo? Wow. Oh wow, wow, oh wow. You get your star, I get my star. Oh wow. Don't envy me for my star. Oh wow.
All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back to the Voice of Sinoe in the diaspora. Our first edition for the week. Now, apparently, I don't have the flyer. I didn't see it, but I have other flyers that I want to share with you. So let me bring that image down for Mr. Dennis. All right, here is what I want to. Before we go to the flyer here, I want to show this to you right here. I should have done it from the beginning of the show. But I want to put this image out here for you. All right, so tomorrow our special guest on the platform is the U.S. officer, diplomat to South Africa. They call it the U.S. plenipotentiary to South Africa. That's Admiral Basilios Zarzar will be our special guest tomorrow on the platform. We're going to be talking about a lot of important subjects. Basilio has a degree in finance and stuff like that, so he knows a lot about financial issue and when it comes to credit and how to get a mortgage and how to improve your credit. And he has a lot of knowledge. He has a master's degree in finance. So he will be my special guest tomorrow. We'll talk also giving our arrangement, giving a background in military. Maybe you'll give a perspective on the security sector of Liberia and maybe things to do and to improve the security sector. He's a U.S. officer doing great here. He's assigned to South Africa. All right, so that will be Basilio Zaza will be my special guest tomorrow on the platform. All right, let me now get to join us tomorrow. That will be 1 p.m. Be obtaining tomorrow, so you can follow us. All right, so now let me show you this right here. Our first flyer that I want to talk about, X-raying. So those I wanted to join again, there's the number there. If you want to participate, you are welcome to participate. Let me get to my talking point there that I want to talk about. The number is, if you want the number again, I will put it back. All right. So let's put here Mr. Romeo Kuya. All right. This is Mr. Romeo Kuya. He is running to become a senator of Sinoe County. I understand the election is December 8th, I think. Yeah. Now, so Mr. Kuya, this is his flyer. So again, we are X-raying the flyer. Sent the guys refused to give us their platforms, okay? Because a platform is not flyer. A flyer is what something you put out there for awareness. But a platform is a document, well written. It gives you details how it breaks everything down, why you're going to do certain thing and how you're going to do certain thing, So the guys, they are refusing, with the exception of Mr. Sampson Weir again, but the rest of them, they don't have platform, they have flyers. And so we want to talk about their flyer. We want to X-ray their flyers. That's what we're about to do right now. So, Honorable, they call him Honorable Thomas Romeo Quia. All right. First of all, I don't think Mr. Romeo Quia needs the word honorable. That word honorable should be is wrongly applied. It's wrongly affixed to his name. He's not an honorable based on his record in the county. All right. So Mr. Quia should not be called honorable, a man who served us. He served us as development superintendent. All right. From 2009, I think, up to 2014, I think. And there is no development in Sinoe County. So he can't call him honorable. The man who served us as development superintendent, and 74 projects were approved, and the money, everything was given to him and TJ, and they ate the money. They only completed 3 projects according to the GSC report. He is not an honorable. A man who was indicted by LSCC and GSC for misusing and misapplying the resources of Sinoe County, he cannot be described as honorable. All right. So the word honorable, first of all, that we are X-raying the platforms of the people or their flyers. Okay. So the honorable should be ejected from the is Mr. Romeo Quia. That's fine. But don't fool our people and wrongly use the words honorable. No, Mr. Quia is not an honorable. An honorable man who supported TJ Ron Bell to say that they must take the Sapo people land. All right. Even though my friend Donald Richards, the last guest that was here, he said I shouldn't say Sapo people land. I should say Sinoe people land. All right. So don't take Sinoe people. But there are different groups in Sinoe, and so if Donald's land belongs to him, I should give it to somebody else. That would not be fair. So the land is for the Sapo people, the Sinkum people, the Sinkum statutory district. Theater wrote a bill and said that the Tiger One statutory district, which he created during Charles Taylor time, he said, you know what, we'll put the land in Tiger One statutory district. And something that has the propensity to cause chaos. And Mr. Romeo Quia supported that. He wrote a whole long article to justify why TJ should take that. So the man who is fomenting chaos or who is pro disunity in the county, the calling honorable. No, he's not honorable. Now, let's get to other things on that. So if you look at the platform, Mr. Romeo Quia said reconciliation. All right. You are saying people should take other people's land, but then you're saying I'm for reconciliation. Is that how you reconcile people? So Mr. Quia is writing other stuff on the internet and then he putting different things on a flyer. Reconciliation. How is it? How are you reconciling people when you say that the other guy, the senator tell you to take other people's land, but then you are saying that you are supporting, you are in favor of unity, you want to reconcile the people? So this man is not the right man for you. He's telling you that reconciliation, so that word doesn't belong there in the first place. All right, the man is talking about decisive leadership. I don't know what that is. And that's why we need a platform to say, a platform to explain this thing to us. Decisive leadership. What is Mr. Quia talking about when he said decisive leadership? All right. So now saying he did not put it in context for us, I will put it in context. So when you say decisive leadership, Mr. Quia is telling you in the context of corruption, he will be decisive. He will be decisive in the area of taking other people's lands. He will be decisive in that area. That decisive leadership right there. Anything that will create conflict in the context of corruption. They ate over $4 million in that county. They built personal houses for themselves. So that was decisive leadership. And that's why he wants to come to replicate. That's why he wants to replicate. And that is not what we want in Sinoe County. So that Mr. Quia is playing words game here. So when you say decisive leadership, you're talking about being decisive in the area of corruption, in the area of disunity in the county. That's what he's known for. in the area of looting our administrative building. When he left power, he looted the place. So you're talking about transparency. Mr. Kuya just put all the words here just to see fool our people. Transparent. The man who did not give us no report when you are in power, as superintendent and development superintendent at the same time, or conservatively if you want. But you're talking about now you'll be transparent when you become senator. You have to prove it to all your records. You show that to us first. You should have made a report every time. Mr. Zaza had to blow whistle. He had to blow alarm on your UNTJ administration before we know what was going on in the county. The embezzlement that went on, the stealing that went on. Mr. Kuya did not tell her anything, but you're now telling her, I will be transparent when you made me senator. You must be gullible. You must be easy to fool to believe that thing. The man is coming, he's just showing that because he wants something for you. So you tell us I'll be transparent. But they were not transparent. We got to know the money that missing inside the truth, Mr. Zaza, the report, the communication that Mr. Zaza sent to the GSC, the auditing commission, and that's how they audited the administration, and that's how the commission disclosed how much the guys disclosed or the squander in our county. They were not telling you anything, but Mr. Kuya is telling you now I'll be transparent. All right? You got other thing over there, full scholarship for the needy, and all of that, youth empowerment, healthcare, and all of that. You talk about healthcare, the guys that banned 74 projects, some of which involve those 74 projects included clinics, hospital, and all those things. They are banning all of that. But he's telling you, say, no, I'll bring in healthcare delivery to you. I'll empower the youth. His boss men were on radio, TJ were telling when they were in power. The county development fund should not be used to educate our children, should not be used to get scholarship to children. He did not come public to say, no, Mr. Superintendent, that is not right. He didn't say anything. He was quiet. But now he's telling him, oh, you know what, I'll bring healthcare delivery, I'll empower the youth and all of that. You see, that's not accounted for you. These guys will come when they want something, they pour all the words out there for you. All right? So, Mr. Kuya platform, or a flyer, it has a lot of problems, okay? Now, he's not even consistent. This is one platform. Yeah, it's another one, not platform, but flyer. Here's another flyer from Mr. Kuya. Here on this one, let me go to the one that I'll show you first. This one, I can see, but he has his catchphrase, or if you like, his motto and stuff like that. He got it over there, is different. But on this one, he put here, let's embrace change. Okay, that's what you want. Let's embrace change. What sort of change? When Mr. Kuya, that's what we are talking about. Give us a document to explain these vague words, these ambiguous words, these words that are subject to interpretation. When you say let's embrace change, what sort of change is Mr. Kuya talking about that we should embrace? The change that they made inside our country, him and TJ, where they squander our country resources, that's a change he wants us to accept or to embrace. The change that left our people poor in the county, that's a change he wants. The change that you are advocating for people to take other people's land, that's a change Mr. Kuya wants us to embrace. You see? So they put the words out there. But the change that Mr. Kuya is talking about is not your change. The change that he's talking about is his own economic change. He wants to take your money and put it in your pocket and improve your life. And that's the change he's talking about. This is a coded language. That's why they don't want to write platform to break these things down to us. They leave it, they give us flyers. You know? So they call him honorable again. Don't put Mr. Kuya, Mr. Thomas Romo Kuya, that's enough. That's not honorable. So now they call him a doctor. He hasn't said, oh, you know what, I'm not a doctor. He hasn't refused that. But he's going around, people calling Dr. Kuya. And you say you are honorable. Honorable people don't lie. That's not lie. Even your members, your followers lie and say, no, that's not me. That doesn't represent me. But he quiet about it. They call him doctor. Doctor of what? We don't know. Maybe that doctor of corruption. Doctor of confusion. So maybe that's the doctorate degree he has. So Mr. Kuya is saying, on this one, talking about youth empowerment, advocacy for good schools. All right. That's what he's saying. They abandoned schools and those things before. But now he wants to advocate for good schools. How many schools did Mr. Kuya, when you were development superintendent, how many schools did they build in Sinoe? Nothing. They have $4 million plus. Even our road to rehabilitate the road, they ate the money. To electrify Greenville, the largest city in Sinoe County, they ate the money. Then he talking about advocacy for good schools. Our schools are dirt. It's Mr. Zaza and other guys that have to advocate before we even have community college over there. They're using one of those buildings over there. Mr. Kuya and other guys, they ate the money. But you're talking about advocating for good schools. The other flyer I just show you, this one not included, all right? You talk about education, all right? Even though they deny students, boss man were on record, on radio, and saying we shouldn't give students academic scholarship. The county development funds is not meant for that. He did not disagree with TJ. He supported him. So they deny our children education, but he's talking about, oh, you know what? I will advocate for education. Don't believe Mr. Kuya. Reconciliation, again, that is out of the picture. He's not in favor of reconciliation. He is in favor of chaos, division, and anarchy in the county. That's why he fought. And that's why he's supporting Senator Tejo to take your land. His own people land. He's a sectionalist. He's for different section. And so you know what? Let tell you, once the land that Tejo wants to take is not from his section, that is fine. They can take the other section land. Because the leaders that are in power, they did not do something for that section. And so it's right for Tejo to take the land. He supports it. And that's the man I'm talking about. You want to reconcile the people. This very man who acquired on Tejo when Tejo land became superintendent, you know what Tejo said? The other guy that voted and said, vote of no confidence. We don't trust this man. That's what it means. When you cast vote of no confidence in somebody, it means the person is not trustworthy. His own man to Tejo. Mr. Kuya, own boss man Tejo does not trust him. And they cast vote of no confidence in him. You want to believe? When you follow this flyer he posts out here, you finish. Because it's a trick. Once he gets in Congress, once he gets in the Senate, forget it. Imagine the guy looted the county before and you put two of them, him and Tejo in the Senate, you finish for the next 9 years or 7 years when the referendum goes through. So Mr. Kuya is not your choice. Advocate for health, those are nonsense. Don't listen to that. Mr. Kuya is not in your interest. All these are tricks. When somebody wants something for you, they will be as nice as they can. They will be nice to you. When they get what they want, forget it. That's a different ball game. You saw it before in the country, not once, twice. You gave Mr. Kuya the opportunity to make a change in your county. And what kind of change you talking about? He left a change in the county, though. And that change is corruption. That change is division. That change is vote of no confidence in him. That's a change that he left in Sinoe. And that's the same change. Say, embrace change. Let us embrace change. Not your change. Not Mr. Kuya's change. That's a quarter change you're talking about here. On the other one, good schools, housing. Now, you see, everything is different. You get housing, you build housing for you. Mr. Kuya will build skyscraper for you in Sinoe County. That's why he's telling you. He did not build it when you were development superintendent of Sinoe County. He did not build that for you. But the man telling you now, housing. You will build housing. You will build all the poor people that live in zero housing. You will build housing for all of them. That's a lie. Don't believe this guy. This guy only wants power so that they can loot. The man used your money, $4 million, and nothing was done in your county. The Independence Day fund, when he became superintendent, the independent $1 million they gave him to undertake some project in the county, guess what? That Independence Day celebration was canceled because he did not do the work. All right? And guess what? When he left our county as superintendent, he left negative 27,000 United States in our account. 27 negative. When I say negative, that means you owe the bank. That's why we have to pay the people. And that's why the man left. He's telling us, I'm bringing change, embrace my change. You take Mr. Kuya, you make him senator, you're done. You are done. And so, no, he's talking about good schools. Those are things you are done when you're a development man. Now he's telling his senator, he said, that's what you want to do now. It's late for you, so I will give you 2 chances, and you blew those opportunities. So now, let's get to Kojo. So Mr. Kuya is running, again, he's running to become senator of Sinoe County. That's what he's running for, as a senator, all right? He wants to be a senator. That is why he's running for. And don't make that mistake. I'm telling you now, don't make that mistake to make Mr. Kuya your senator. Your life will go backwards for the next 9 or 7 years in Sinoe, in Liberia. He's not your choice. I have nothing personal against Mr. Kuya. But Thomas Aquana said the past is the key to the present. Look at the past of Mr. Kuya. His record is terrible in the county. You don't want to make that mistake and let the man combine with TJ who telling you corruption part, I get it. And then you put Mr. Kuya on top of him, Sinoe County will go backwards for the next 9 years. I'm calling on the people of Sinoe County not to vote for this man, Mr. Romeo Kuya. No, he is not your choice. Now let's get to Kojo. Kojo is running as a representative. He wants to be a representative. Before Kojo wanted to be, he was going against Augustine Chia. He wanted to be a senator. But when Nambeslo passed away, he changed the decision to become representative. All right. He ran first in 2018 against Augustine Chia for the by-election when Joseph Nambe was elevated when you were taken to the Supreme Court. And so he ran, and then Augustine Chia beat him mercifully. I'm talking about politically now. And so the people of Sinoe County, I am not breaking new information to you. If I get it, I will share with you. But my job here as the moral voice of Sinoe County, the man who is crying in the wilderness, the political wilderness of Sinoe County, and telling you the right thing, I'm here to tell you who is right for you. Kojo, if you see the flyer over there, Kojo did not put anything, just say Othello Kojo for 2020 or Senate 2020. All right, that's a senatorial one here. Let me go to the representative. That's when he changed the decision. Let me go to representative. All right, that's when you are running to become a representative. Let's get to the one Kojo wants to be representative. All right, that is Senate one there. This is the flyer that Kojo put out for us. All right, Othello Kojo as representative electoral district number 2 by election. Sinoe County, all right. They changed something over there. I can see it's too little on my side here. So he's talking about he bringing some kind of change to Kojo is also promising change, and that is what they are good at. They will give you equivocal words. Equivocal, that's the word. Equivocal. When something is equivocal, it's not clear. You don't know what the person is talking about. And that's why we are, again, I repeat myself, that's why I was asking these guys to give us a platform, not flyer. A platform, again, is a document. A platform, the big word for that is called manifesto. Your manifesto is spells out, it's a whole book, if you like. You explain things in detail, what you want to do. Othello Kojo has 2 master's degrees, but the only thing he has to offer us is a flyer. Because they don't want to commit to anything. They want to give an ambiguous voice so that when they get there, you say, I don't tell you, say, I want to do this. You know, and that's the goal. These are the tricks Othello Kojo is playing. And according to Othello Kojo, people, you see the poor Nambe over there. He's not Nambe. Biologically, he's not Nambe. He is Kojo. If you are not a follower of Voice of Sinoe, I'd like to bring your attention to something maybe that you are not paying attention to. Look closely. Look at the face of Kojo, or the guy they call Nambe. Look at his face. Does he look like Liberian? No, he's not a Liberian. Othello Kojo is a Ghana man who grew up in Liberia. And that's what we told the people first, 2018 when you ran, you want to be senator. We told this guy, Liberia has a lot of capable people. Sinoe County has a lot of capable people. We can lead ourselves. We don't need a foreigner to lead us. Okay? And so Kojo ran and will preach the message that number one, he is not a Liberian, he's not a Sinoe, and so we don't want this neo-colonialism where different people will come and rule us. No, we gain our independence. We said that we can govern ourselves, and so that's why we got some people, they went to school and people are struggling to go to school. So we have some educated people in the country. And Kojo cannot come from Ghana because he grew up in Liberia and adopted Liberian last name Nambe, and he concealed his real name and want to take it. No. So Kojo does not even have nothing on the flyer that he wants to do. It's just a change. Now, let me give you a synopsis, a little bit of what Kojo believes in or what he has done in Sinoe County, his record. Kojo, number one, he wants to be representative for the people of Sinoe County electoral district number 2. Guess what? Kojo does not have a chicken hut in district number 2. He has no chicken hut in anywhere in Sinoe County. He has no edifice, no shelter, no house, nowhere to live in that place. He goes there, he sleeps in somebody's house. And guess what? This Ghana man was made fiscal superintendent for Sinoe County. He was a superintendent, fiscal superintendent in Sinoe County. But he cares. He said, well, I'm not a Liberian. I'm not a Sinoe. Why should I build the people country or their county? So he was there for several years. He did nothing. All right? He did nothing to build because he's not Liberian. All right? Kojo now, the same Kojo, ladies and gentlemen, when you are fiscal superintendent, Kojo was instructed by Senator Teje to take our children for scholarship, and he implemented that. I can name those guys: Makasa, smart. I'm talking about smart Sanoians, young guys. Makasa, Columbus. I just forgot his last name. Morris Sako. Morris Sako graduated from the University of Liberia recently. With magna cum laude, smart guy. But Kojo took instruction from Senator Teje, and they removed several guys from names from the scholarship stuff. You know why they did it? Because those guys were supporting different candidates. And that's what Kojo and other guys did. This is the man that wants to be a representative. Imagine if the guys cannot build our children academically, and you will remove them from scholarship. And now you're telling he wants to be a representative. Make mistake and make the guy. The district that he wants to represent, the district that he is running for, when the lawmaker that was there, Numbers Law, that Kojo did not go to the funeral, he did not participate in anything. He did not go to the district to sympathize with the people and say, you know what? This is hurting us. This death is affecting all of us. Numbers Law is our leader. No, Kojo was beyond the scene when the man passed away, when his body was in the morgue. Kojo and Teje, they were having a meeting how to replace the man. And that's what Kojo was doing. This guy is heartless. And that's the man that wants to be. If you vote for him, the people of Sinoe County, then you are looking for your own. Then you don't respect yourself. But I know the people of Sinoe County, they will do better than this. Kojo is not your choice. It's not. You remove your children from scholarship. As fiscal superintendent, he took instruction from Senator Teje, because after all, Senator Teje was the one that recommended him, because he was working as chief of office staff or COS for Senator Teje. So when that position, because initially, yes, let me give you a little context here how he became fiscal superintendent. When Teje left as superintendent of Sinoe County, Romeo Kuya then was the assistant or superintendent to him, or development superintendent. So they said Romeo should take that seat. Senator Teje protested. He said, no. His own assistant, the guy who was assistant to him at the time, he said, no, I don't want Romeo. Because the reason I don't want Romeo, because Romeo is corrupt. And because besides that, I don't have confidence in that man. And besides, the Jirepo people, they have been marginalized in the county when it comes to the power structure. So we need a Jirepo man to be the superintendent. But then another son of Sinoe County, Prosper Brown, was nominated by Honorable Zaza. Because Teje said he doesn't want Romeo, so they say, okay, let's put somebody who is capable, who has knowledge, who is level-headed. So Mr. Zaza nominated or recommended Prosper Brown. And then Prosper Brown was nominated by the president. He went through confirmation hearing, everything. They confirmed the guy. Even though Senator Teje opposed the man on grounds that he is not a triple guy. All right? All these things I'm talking right now, Kojo, the Ghana man, this Ghana man was working with Teje at the time. He didn't say, no, what? Mr. Senator, this man is a Sinoe. He's our federal citizen. So he is qualified. He's educated. Why are you opposing the man? They were supporting Teje. That Ghana guy was supporting Teje at the time. So anyway, in order to play care, because Senator Teje said he's the owner of Sino County. So anything, when something goes wrong in the county, you have to make way to certify the man before things and go right in the county. And so now, when Prosper Brown went through confirmation, they say, you know what? Okay, now who should be the assistant superintendent? So they brought another guy from Dripo, all right? And then the fiscal superintendent position, instead of, because the Teje argument was the Dripo people, they have been marginalized in the county. So I would have thought that, he will advocate for at least to have the assistant superintendent and maybe the fiscal superintendent position for people from Dripo, Even though I think people should not be given position. Let me make it clear. People should not be given position because you are Dripo or because you are Sapo or because you are Crew or because you are Grebo. No. You should be given position based on your track record, on your legacy in the county, on your qualification, and those things. That's what we should look at. It's not because you're from certain area, no. So, but Senator Teje and those guys, they are divisionists. They like to divide people. And so, anyway, instead of sending somebody from the Dripo Bell, the man said, you know what? Even though Kojo had a job, Kojo was in your office as fiscal superintendent, as chief of office staff. Instead of getting another person to get a job in the county, you know what? I sent Kojo there. Because, number one, I don't want Prosper Brown to be the superintendent in the first place. So I'm sending Kojo to go and undermine him. So I want somebody who will listen to me, who I will pull. I want a puppet that will tell everything. So Senator Teje sent his puppet, Kojo, to be the fiscal superintendent in Sinoe, under Prosper Brown. And for the time Prosper Brown was there, about 3 to 4 years, I think, 3 years max, I think. This guy did everything that he could. He listened to Senator Teje and the guys. Nothing was done on a Prosper Brown in the county. Every money that was, because he controlling the finances of the county. And so he did everything that he could and no development. So what Prosper Brown was doing only to keep the people together in the county. So this Ghana man is the one that's telling you, you know what? I'll bring it change to you. So it will be a mistake, people of Sinoe County. It will be a grave and diabolical mistake on your part to make the Ghana man your representative. You don't want him. The man who took your children from scholarship is not the right person for you. When they took the guy from scholarship, I wrote a piece. I called his attention. Kojo only came on my post and laughed. Ha, 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 ha. That's all he did. He said, ha, 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 nice piece. And that was it. He never knew that this day will come. The day is here now, and we are telling people this is not your choice. Kojo is not the right person for you. He does not have a platform. He does not have anything on a flyer. Nothing. Romeo Kuya told transparency, even though he's not transparent. But Kojo platform is a flyer is blank. He has nothing on it. That's a flyer again. So you can know that he has nothing on it. He just say Othello do Nagbe. I don't know what he's supposed to say. Othello do Nagbe Kojo. That's a full name. If he wants to maintain the Liberian name, the Nagbe, then you can just put Kojo in front of it. As representative electoral district number 2 by election Sinoe County. And then he put, I can't read the whole thing over there. It's tiny for me. And so that's the man. Kojo is not the right. So we are X-rating these guys, their flyers they gave to you. Now let's go to the next person here. The next person here is Fetcher Call. Fetcher Call was a political advisor to Senator Augustine Chie, the incumbent. He's up for re-election. Federal Court resigned recently to contest in electoral district number 2. Now, I have been doing my research and my analysis and all of that. I haven't gotten something negative about Federal Court. Nothing negative so far. I have asked about his performance in the senator's office, and they say he's a nice guy, and for the local things, I understand he has a beautiful house in government camp. Kojo does not have a house, but Kojo wants to be a representative. And the guy, when he visited electoral district number 2, when he did a tour, he received a huge reception from the people. Whereas when Kojo went there, the people were going on the farm because of what they did. So Federal Court, I cannot rule him out. He seems to be a nice guy, given the number of people that gravitate towards him. He contested before against, I think, Nabweslaw. He was beaten by Nabweslaw and stuff like that. All right, if I'm not making a mistake with my facts over there. All right, but he seems to be well liked by the people. And my only frustration is I need a platform for him, not a flyer. But on his flyer here, he has a advocacy. They all say the same thing: empowerment. He has accountability, integrity, and all of that. Okay, so Federal Court, I will give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't know the guy that much, and there has been no criticism against him so far. So I will give him the benefit of that when he wins. When the people elect him, I wouldn't protest. I want to give him a shot. All right. So his motto over there. I can't see that. My eyes are horrible. All right. So you want to make a difference, bring a change in the county. They're all talking about change in the county. But even though the change is not explained in crystal clear language. All right. But I wouldn't rule out Federal Court, because Federal Court, I think there are 2 major contenders in that district that when they win, I wouldn't have a problem with. Federal Court and the other guy will be showing later, okay? But that's Federal Court a little bit. I'm not going to say a lie again. I don't have a lot on him. And no, I can't say stuff about somebody that I don't know that much, okay? Or I don't know a lot about. So the only thing I know about him, he was a political advisor to Augustine Chie. He worked with him. He resigned honorably to contest in the district. All right, and that's pretty much the young people that love him. He had this endorsement ceremony as well. When he toured the county, the elders they endorse him and stuff like that. So he seems to be a likable guy. All right, I can't rule him out. All right, let's go to the next person that I want to talk about here in Sinoe County, the by-election, the midterm. That's another picture of Federal Court when he was certified by NEC. He's running, okay? That's Federal Court. Now, this is another guy that I think when he is elected by the people, and that's the guy I preferred. But again, when Federal Court wins, it wouldn't bother me. But this is my preference, all right? And why do I prefer him? Well, I prefer him for, number one, again, when we ask for the platforms, not flyer, okay? When we ask for the platforms of the candidate, he's the only man that produced a platform, all right? He has a whole document written, all right? And let me show you that document. I have it right on my computer here, just not the full thing, but this is the document, all right? He wrote a beautiful document, clearly written platform. This is what we call platform. All right. He's the only guy that produced that. And so his name is Samson Weah. If you don't know him, Samson Weah is the best person for electoral district number 2 to replace Nabweslaw. He's the best person for that district. And I will encourage the people of Sinoe County to do so. And the people did that. All right. They demonstrated to us that they are listening. And so, for example, when he toured the district, I told you before, this is when he was giving the traditional broom. All right. This is the broom. And if you didn't follow our prior show, I want to make something clear on the picture again. on the picture, there are two important things that I see on this picture. The first thing that I see is Mr. Sampson Ware has his wife standing next to by him. All right, that is admirable to me. I love this. When you are a leader, set an example. So what the picture tells you that Mr. Ware is telling you, I am married. You see a ring is showing right there. I am married. I love my wife. I am not coming when I win to run after your little children. No. I am coming to do a specific job for the people of electoral district number 2, and that is to improve your life by advocating for you to make sure that the district right now, the late language law used to call it the walking district, no car rule. All right, the people walk in that district. So the mayor has a clearly written agenda to advocate so that fundings will be sent to the county, so that something will be done for our people's lives to improve. So the first thing is his wife. He's showcasing when you're going for campaigning, he carries his wife with him. Beautiful thing to do. That's what I like. That's the first thing I like about this man. The second thing on this picture, ladies and gentlemen, you see the broom in the man's hand, the traditional broom. If you don't understand African culture, if you don't understand the people of Sinoe County, our culture, the broom is a powerful symbol. It's a symbol of authority that the people give you, especially our people from the Jidepo Belt. What the broom means, what it signifies is that the broom, again, is an instrument that you use to clean. It's a cleaning instrument. So the people of the district, they are saying that they have been covered with corruption. They have been covered with nothing on the part of some of the leaders. So the broom signifies, they give it to you and say, this is the symbol of authority, we'll give it to you so that you can sweep the corruption away. So you can bring honorability to our county, to our district. See, so the people give their authority to Mr. Sampson Ware. And so this is the man that you need. Now let me bring his flyer. We are x-raying the flyers of the candidates. All right, let me bring back that flyer. So again, this is another image here, Mr. Ware and his wife. The man is not concealing some guy. You see them. I've been following Liberian politicians. Delon talks about his wife and all of that. That's one guy, Darius Delon. He talks about his wife on his show and stuff like that. But he doesn't go around with the woman with campaigning. I don't know why he has to do that, but maybe it's for security reason and stuff like that, because the opposition, the other time they attacked him, they tried to harm. So maybe that's why he's not taking your wife around with him. But on the Tomo Fowler that running now, you don't see your wife, the Jefferson Koji, the party chairman, Maba Molu. Maybe once in a while you see President Weah, we know his wife. Carl Weah. We know about the finance minister. We are not seeing his wife with him. We are not seeing the minister of information. I don't know. I think they said they changed the position now. Eugene now, but they're saying somewhere else. We don't see. Those people. We don't see their partners with them. Eugene Falcon, those guys. So sometimes it baffles me why we don't see these leaders with their significant other, their wives and stuff. But Mr. Sampson Ware is telling you from the beginning, I am coming. I'm not coming to run after little children. I'm showing my wife to you in the first place. I'm legally married. So this is a moral stand from his part. Great man. That's the man I want for that. Now let's go to a flyer here. Let me get a flyer for Mr. And I'll show you his platform part of it. And this is the flyer right here. Vote Sampson Ware. Now, the flyer here, if you look at it, at the back, he has the deceased lawmaker, Nambis Law. You see, this is awesome. The man is sympathetic. This man, because Nambis Law, he wasn't an angel, even though whether angel is a good thing or not, we don't know. We are not saying angel. But, the cultural, the education angel is a good thing. Nambis Law wasn't an angel, but he one of the guy who was bold. When he sees something, he says it. He speaks his mind to the people of Sinoe County. He doesn't embellish things. He doesn't go and tell lies. He has some flaws. Yes, he did. But he died in the country. And this guy, Weah is running in his memory and saying, you know what? This man was our leader before, even though now Othello Kojo never sympathized with his family. You got to understand, Nambislo widow, so endorse something weird. All right. So now my only critique on the flyer, Mr. Sampson Weir seems to be a nice man. I read his platform. I have communicated with him before, via telephone and stuff like that. He seems to be a nice guy. But Mr. Sampson, I read his platform. He was a nurse. He ran the medical department in Sinoe before and all of that. He did a lot of good things in the county. He saved the county, especially in the healthcare area, which is very important. He's a nurse by background. He has a nursing degree, and stuff like that. Now, the only problem I have I'm not saying don't showcase the president, but I don't think you need a president on your platform. If you are a good man, which I think you are, you don't need President Weir on your platform. President Weir is not running to be a representative. You are running. So sell yourself. I don't want you to run on just via image. Run on your own image, Mr. Weir. We are, the kind of WW, the kind of floser. But I want you to sell your own image to the people. Sell your legacy to the people. Yes. Do so. Because it could be that when you put the president, there are some people, not everybody loves George Weir. Some people don't like him. So when you put a platform, when you put his image, people say, oh, that George Weir, the man bringing policy, you bringing, or what? I mean, you might turn people off when you do that. So sell your own image. Leave the president out. I mean, I like the fact that you put the former lawmaker too, but I think it's a good move. Because if you look at the last election, Nambislo won that district like 50-some% of the vote. He won the votes in that district. So that's a good thing. You can put him there. That will appeal to the voters. I mean, it could be also that maybe the president, he won Sinoe County, I think 90% or 80% of votes. So maybe it's a strategy. But I'm just saying, we want you to test your own image, run on your own image so that we can know you seem to be a nice man and I'm in support of you. All right. So that's the only concern I have a little bit. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I think run on your own record. If you did nothing wrong, if you're a good man, you have ideas, sell your platform to the people, sell your ideas to the people, sell your legacy to the people. Let them know who you are, sell that, and don't brown other people. Maybe the president, you can invite him to go run campaign for you, that's fine. But to put it on your flyer, I mean, I'm okay with that. All right. Now that's something I want to talk. That's something where for district number 2. Now let's get to I told you I show you this gentleman already. That's Abraham Dennis. He also running district number 2 to become a representative. We will bring a flyer next time. I made a mistake. I didn't put it up here. Now, but I think he's not going to win. Right now, the people at district number 2, they are looking at Samson Weir and Fetcher Core. All right, these are the 2 people they are looking at right now in that district, and that's where the winner will come from. We have other people like professor. They say he's a professor. This guy right here, the professor is a professor. He's also running. A professor was beaten before by Nambislo. So but he's not going to win. I can predict that for sure. Now, this is a lady here that running, Madam Grace Scarlett Briama or Brahma, whatever that name. Sorry if I don't call it right. So Briama, that's a platform or flyer. This is Miss Briama's flyer, and she is running to become a senator in Sinoe County. All right. Grace Scarlett Briama. The name, just the whole name or name sound Western. Yeah, I don't know whether she's from Sinoe for true. I don't know. Briama, Grace Scarlett Briama. Is that? I mean, how is it that your whole name? You can't be like Sayapode, for example. Be like me and get some indigenous name, Sayapode. But you got all the Western name, Grace, Scarlett, Brianna. They run for their own identity. I don't know what our true identity is, but anyway. But now, Madam Brianna's platform, we are X-raying these candidates' platform. She's running to become a senator. And so she got, let me point out things that are problematic in the first place. If you look at the top, you have Alexander Cummings, you have the former vice president, Mr. Joseph Becker, we have Benina Ure. I don't know who the other lady is, at the top there. She is trying to use these guys so that she can become senator to fool our people. We want Brianna to run on her own record, on her own ideas, and not running on Cummings that they beat during the last election. Joe, we have beat him. All right? They told us that Cummings was the regional vice president Coca-Cola in Africa. The man did not carry one Coca-Cola bottle to Liberia, to Sinoe County. But then that's the man you are using to run, to fool our people. I told you guys before, I want a lady, I want ladies to be part of the leadership structure of Sinoe County. But the way Mr. Binyama is coming is not clean to me. She put on the flyer the vice president of Liberia, Honor Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Mr. Joseph Becker. The man who told us during the debate, he said he was in the garage for 12 years packed. He's a roller coaster. He was packed in the garage. That the man that she running on his image. On this, Ellen and Joseph Becker, Liberia receive a lot of money. The corruption in that country, they didn't do nothing about it. They set up some stuff, the LSCC, GSC, and those things. The people put out a report. They didn't investigate nothing. But she running on Joseph Becker's image. She put Benina Ure. Benina Ure, who helped Charter to murder people in our country. The man who looted, who got rich from Taylor administration. These are people records she's running on. So it's clear already, Madam Brianna has defeated herself before the election day. She defeated herself already to put these people on her platform. So she running on these people platform now, on our platform. We don't even know these people platform in the first place. We don't know what they believe in. Or maybe they're corruption. Because Joseph Becker and Ellen Johnson Sirleaf said zero tolerance on corruption. And then by the time they leave power, corruption was friend number one to them. So these are the people she put on platform. And she say, we say vote. We say vote. Grace Scarlett. Then on there she get economic empowerment. All right. Agriculture and value added. Better health care. Better education. Job creation for youth and women. Feeder roles, connectivity. And she went on with all those things there. All right. She said job creation for youth and women. Okay, where are the men? So no job creation for the men. Only for youth, the young people, when you say youth, right? And women. All right. There are some people that men that don't fall in the category of youth. So Madam Brianna doesn't care for those people. They don't need job. She's not creating job for those people. So she excluded them. See? So Madam Brianna also, besides her platform, her connection, the people that she connected herself with, number one, Senator Teje is a campaign manager for her. I mean, I'm speaking figuratively, not literally. Because she's going around with a man all over the place. So she surrounded herself with so corrupt people. And then she wants the people to trust her. Joseph Becker then looted the country. Bernard Ure then they looted the country. And those are the people she surrounds herself with. TNT and all people. The man who on regular say corruption power, get it. That the man that campaigning that Brianna body with. But she said she wants to be senator. So she's not serious. The people of Sinoe County will not vote for her. She's not the right choice for the people. Romeo Quia is not the right choice for the people. Now, let me tell you who is the right choice for the people. Let me tell you. Let me give you the right choice. the man that you're supposed to vote for. I would have supported Madam Brianna had she come clean, but she came with dirty hands. The people that she surrounded herself with, those are people that carry our country backwards. Our country backwards. I would say that you make an intertege or all people who are declared guilty for corruption, who is on radio. If you go on YouTube now, just post on the tell and you say corruption power, get it. Who are trying to, for Nabo Dicky, doing their confirmation, the people to Nabo Dicky is supposed to take some of his people before they can confirm him. This is the man on record saying that. And this is the man, Brianna, that the campaign manager for her. Now, let's tell you the man that the Sinoe County needs. All right, this is the man right here. We need Mr. Augustine Chie. Unfortunately, I don't have the flyer right now, but I don't need a flyer for me to sell Mr. Augustine Chie to you. I don't need a flyer for that because I have X-rayed his record, and I think he is the best person to remain in that seat. He is the incumbent right now, and that's the man we need. And now all these Mr. Romeo Quia and Mr. Mistress Brianna, she not even going to get 5% on the vote in the first place, because she defeated herself already. So Augustine Chie, ladies and gentlemen, this man right here, let me tell you what he's doing. I mean, I told you the other time when it comes to telecommunication, it used to be luxury. When you get telecommunication, you get phone, then you're out of a minister or somebody who is doing well in the country. But telecommunication now is prevalent. It's all over the place. It's ubiquitous. It's all over the place, right? So now, in order to make the people to get signals, to get connected to the global community, Mr. Augustine Chie, as chairman in the Senate on the House Committee on Education, no, not education, but telecommunications and stuff. He's the chairman on that committee. So he made effort, and practically a lot of the towns or remote villages in Sinoe that never have access to telecommunication right now, you can call Bubadi, and you can call Pine Town, you can call let's just say Drepo, all the very remote villages right now, they get access to telecommunication because the man love it. In conjunction with Mr. Zaza, and these people, when they put the tower, they call it Mono Tower in those various towns and villages. And now you can get in contact with the people. I can call the people right now in Bubadi, not before they have to go to Greenville or they have to go to Zwedru to get access to telecommunication signals. But Mr. Augustine Chie made effort. Now the people are connected. Now, let me show you something else that he is doing. This one, I want to bring picture. All right. Before I bring the picture, let me tell you that he also is strongly in favor of unity in the county. He has been consistent on that message, and that's why he ran when he won, and he's still consistent in unifying the people of the county. So he is for cohesiveness. He's not for division like Romeo that said they must take people land. No, he's not saying that. All right. Another thing, Mr. Augustine, during the prior election, he started a project for technical education for our children. So this is these are the buildings, that they are almost at the point of completion now. You see, so that our people will have technical education. These are the facility, the area he's building. It's almost done. He is also building another structure in the Seabed community in Greenville. All right, so he is doing his personal stuff here and helping the people personally. Now on government project, and because they have not even released county development fund, the government is struggling right now, so they don't even have county development funds in the first place. So the man is using his own money, his salary, to have a technical college. There are people in our county, because of the war, they were not privileged to have academic education, so they want to give them some skills, and so he's building these structures. All right, that's Augustine Chie. That's what he's doing. A lot of things in the county, working with all the leaders to make sure that the county receives development funds. And that's something he's doing. A very nice man, and we need him. For Sinoe to make progress, we need people with like minds, that thinking in the same direction. If we have people that are thinking in opposite direction in terms of development, other people are saying, no, we shouldn't do this because the person is not from this region. Mr. Augustine Chia is not saying those things. He said everybody should benefit from the economic power of the county, and so that because after all, we are one people. So the facility, the technical college, when it's done, our children will get skills in tailoring, in plumbing, in carpentry, and those things. The man he's up to something. He's up to something positive. And so we need to give him a good time. When he wins, again, when the referendum goes through, then he will get 7 years. If it doesn't go through, he will remain there for 9 years. And that will be good for the people. Remember from the beginning, I said, when a leader is doing good, why change the person? When the man is doing, any leader, whether a man or woman, when that leader is doing good, performing well, and helping the people, improving the lives of, why change the person? And so Augustine Chia is working in the interest of the people. He is against corruption. There is no allegation about corruption. The man is he's also married. He has a wife. He doesn't chase people children. Like Senator Tiaje, they say he's married, but we don't see his wife, and stuff like that. So we need this man. When he gets there, 2023, we replace him with Honorable Zaza. And then in district number 3, we put somebody there, somebody good. We replace in 2023, Senator Tiaje Red Knight is a senator. We'll replace him with Honorable Zaza. And then Senator Chia will also be in the Senate. It will be a very good combination. And then we put also in district number 2, we'll put something where. All right, in district number 2. All right. The Sinoe County will be getting shaped. In district number 1 already we have Creighton talking. And so then the county will be headed in the right direction. Who knows? Maybe something where or federal court. Who knows? The people. So I don't have a problem with this, but we don't want this guy. We don't want Othello Kojo. No, he's a bad choice for you. All right. And so these are the flyers that I have right now that I wanted to X-ray. All right. So now, again, as a reminder, we have this our special guest tomorrow, Basilio Zaza, the U.S. State Department plenipotentiary to South Africa. It will be our special guest tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. He will be my special guest. He will be coming to you on the platform from South Africa, the land of Mandiba, or if you like, Nelson Mandela. And so Basilio Zaza will be our special guest tomorrow. We have interesting topics. If you want to how to get secure a loan, if you want to get a mortgage for a house, to buy a house, these are things he understands. Those things. I mean, he knows how to ideas how to repair your credit if your credit is damaged. How to plan for your child, your children, college education, and those things. He has a lot of ideas because he invested a lot of time in that area. He has a knowledge degree in finance and stuff like that. So Basilio Zaza will be our special guest tomorrow on the platform. You have to follow the Voice of Sinoe in the diaspora so that you'll get some education. He's a security guy, also military in the U.S. Army. And so we'll get his perspective on the security sector in Liberia and how to go about improving it. Right now, our children, people are missing in Liberia. The auditors the other day, they were killed, and stuff like that. And so we want to get some knowledge from Basilio Zaza tomorrow. Let me see some of the comments that are trending right now. Let's see. All right, Maria sent the number out there earlier, but you didn't call. I will be back later. Okay, I think Otavin said that. And then I seen a comment here. James Q. Manning said, I'm watching from my resident in Upper Caldwell, Maserati County, Monrovia, Liberia. Okay, thanks for following, sir. Thank you so much. All right. So all of you that following the show, thank you so much. Otavin, President Othello Kolo, thanks for following and congratulations on your desire to contest the Liberian community presidency in Dakota. Madam Tama Quia, how you doing? Thanks for following the show. I appreciate all of you, your presence. James Mana again. Thanks for following. Otavan, thank you so much for joining me. Dr. Kuma Gomez, how you doing? Thanks for following the show. Appreciate your presence. I also seen, I think I was security advisor. I think a security advisor for the national president, a sample association. That's Mr. Tobe Wale. If I'm not calling your title right, I apologize, sir. Wale, thanks for joining the show. Appreciate your presence as well. Eric Goa, how are you, buddy? Thanks for following the show. Appreciate you. Angeline Weir, what's up? One of my loyal followers. Thank you. His Excellency, President of the Putu Association in the Americas. That's Mr. Prospect Quincy Rue. How you doing, boss? How you doing? Welcome to the show. Thanks for watching. I think I recognize Otavin already. Marie Pine, I recognize you. Amendu Bangura, what you doing? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for following the show. That's Melissa. How are you? Welcome aboard. All of you that are following, I'm not seeing all of you, but thank you so much for joining the show today. Let's see here. I think I exhausted my agenda already. Those are the things that I wanted to talk about for the day. I want to say thank you so much for following us. Also, don't forget, follow us on YouTube in the future. Anytime you get on, you want to watch it on your big screen, you can go, just put Madison Freeman. We're also live on YouTube. You can follow the show from there as well from your TV. That would be great. Facebook right now, I don't think it's compatible with TV right now. All right, if it is compatible, I don't have the technology right now. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you so much for joining us. And let's see how we want to do it today. Stimulus due signed by President Trump. Okay, that's a breaking news there. I'm seeing the stuff coming up to me here. So let me read a title for you in full. I got this communication coming in here. Those in the U.S. Talking about stimulus. Let's see. Let me see the article quick. Let me lower it. Stimulus due signed by President Trump before election increasingly unlikely as time runs out. Okay, so it's unlikely to sell. All right, as time runs out. All right, you're trying to make your political move. Who knows? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the day. Thank you so much for following us again. Let me see what I got here for you. As musical for departure, actually, music for departure. Let me put Morovia Girl, by I think it's Morovia Girl. Who sang that song? That's Dench. All right, let me put this.
Dench. Oh, fuck. Zero sunshine. Sunshine, baby. Sunshine. My sunshine. Monrovia girl, Monrovia girl, Monrovia girl, Monrovia girl. I love the way your beauty shine, so pure and so divine. Love the way your beauty shine. Touch my body so they get fingers. She want my number so I get her finger. She in love because I'm a singer. A snap because I'm a ranger. I'm a preacher. Pull on your clothes, let me drive you around town. If you need it, I know how to put down. I'm a pro, yeah, I'm a pro. You must tie your seat while you rolling with the bus. I wanna spend it, be there, they're killing me. Wherever feeling, they feeling you. When you get them out, you can enjoy the time the way you want. You really wanna touch the ceiling. Now hold my hand cause I'm willing. You really wanna touch the ceiling. Now hold my hand cause I'm willing. Monrovia girl, Monrovia girl, Monrovia girl, Monrovia girl.
chambo ski shiny tell a gunner up. Chugga off on her face or he not get no dust. I just spinning and spinning, she have the money and carry the Juno judge. She call it by the front seat. Furu you not sure, jella kuru. And the man was see her face, the way a hoodoo. I put you killing me, tell a ding. Oh yeah, peace, okay, I phone when you ring.
My sweetheart. Anywhere I go, you will always be my sweetheart. If you really wanna touch your ceiling, cover my hand cause I'm willing. If you really wanna touch your ceiling, cover my hand cause I'm willing. Only your body can make my temperature to rise. 6'4" when I throw the dice. No man whip when in your eyes. Must I get me not sleeping? One roof your girl. One roof your girl. One roof your girl. One roof your girl. I love the way how your beauty shine, so pure and so divine. Love the way how your beauty shine. Love the way how your beauty shine, so bright, so divine. Love the way your beauty shine. Whoa.
You already know it's like sweets.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, have enjoyed the rest of your weekend, or should I say, have a super califragilistic espialidocious day. That's a fancy way of saying have a wonderful day. All right, we'll be here tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern with our special guest, Basilios Zarazar. Enjoy your weekend.